Does that
Such
feel
a
good?
freaking comic,
Does
dude.
that feel good, Jake?
From
You
Katie
really made his day
ThirstDaddy.
just then. You made his goddamn day.
I know, because everyone else is like, look at this hack.
Look at this hag with his piano.
Yeah, it's
I
true.
love it.
Thanks.
I
Wait, you don't
know.
think you're a comic? I think you're a comic.
Oh no, I I do.
Mm.
It's more the perception of
That's all that
others.
matters. You
Yeah.
got to be your biggest fan.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Be Delulu until you hit it.
Mm-hmm.
I love myself.
Good.
It's more just the views of others. We were talking about this. We literally talked about this right before you came down. I think like the funniest thing that could happen in Bachelor in Paradise is if you sent me and Kane down there with our shirts off and date cards
Oh my god.
to watch the people legitimately move out of the way like we're cockroaches. Like they would they would be horrified. I'd be like, Kat, you mind if I talk to you? And she'd be like, yeah. I don't even think she'd acknowledge it. I
Yeah.
think she'd just be like staring straight ahead.
I actually love the idea of two people that like you just
Say
like
it.
gaslight them. You're like, I was on the season like a few years ago.
I was on
normal.
Zach's season.
They're like, what? And it just everyone's like, yeah, I remember. And they just like go into it, and you just
no
like,
six pack.
I love it.
It's just like normal dudes.
Yeah.
It'd be insane.
Just like holding random fruit too. Like I just got a bushel of bananas and I'm like, I got a date card.
And you came down in a wig too. Like a toupee.
A long one.
I
Like a
wish
long
there were
one.
more pranks. I do
Yeah.
like this. I would love to watch that episode.
And they're like,
Yeah.
who is that? Who
What
is that?
season? I was on Gerald's season.
Yeah, I was engaged to Hannah Brown.
They'd go with
When?
it. They'd go with it. I mean, the doctor right now on Paradise, he has like his own like character arc right now.
Really? We didn't watch last week's episode. Does he have a
Oh.
whole the poop doctor guy?
Yeah.
He has his own arc. Like he comes
like
back.
he like they have him in ITMs, which are called in the moments, like his interviews. Like he's
Right.
a whole. He got a lot of screen time. I'm sure he got more screen time than some of these other people.
That's true, and that probably made him kind of a celebrity.
Yeah.
In amongst this scene,
The
kind of like
doc
Wells.
scene?
We
Oh.
always talk about like being Wells would be the
Wells.
coolest job on the
I
planet.
would love to be Wells. Out of everybody, yeah. Wells would be great.
He hasn't made.
Yeah, he does,
Mm,
and just so beloved
yeah.
by just doing his thing.
Are those on?
Yeah, we're good to go. You
Oh,
wanna
we're
start
doing
up?
it?
Yeah.
We started.
Oh, okay.
Rookie.
We are now ready to start.
Okay.
On today's episode,
You ready to talk about all the fun stuff, like dating and falling in love? Are you ready for going Dutch? And Jake and Kane will make you smile. They'll talk about stupid stuff for a while. You will enjoy this a lot, or you're a f***. This is called Going Dutch. Thank you.
Hello. All right. I guess officially, I mean, we can bleed that in. Whatever. Hello. You're listening to Going Dutch. It's a podcast. The first one ever
Yeah.
that you're hearing that has this format, I think.
From two guys who think they're funny.
That's true. I'm Kane Holloway.
I'm Short Jake.
And we have a guest today. Katie Thurston is here, ladies and gentlemen.
Woo, that's where you plug in the clapping.
Good. I'm excited for this episode. We have the bowl, the Going Dutch Bowl. It's filled with questions, not just dating. In fact, probably not even remotely
It's
dating.
probably not one dating.
Not
question
one
there.
dating question is in there, I think.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah, but I think actually that's not true. There is one. dating question.
It's probably they're probably all dating.
Yeah,
questions.
they're probably all dating
You
questions.
guys are confusing me already.
I know. That's kind of our play.
Yeah.
Okay.
But this is you've done the live Going Dutch show before many
Yeah.
times now. Actually,
Yes.
you've done it hammered.
Oh shoot! I forgot
Really?
about that.
She was she came in to support, which was so nice.
I was not supposed to perform.
No.
Oh, sick.
I was an audience member.
But I did say beforehand, you want 5? And you're like, I don't know. I'll let you know when I get there. And I was like, cool. And then she gets there and she's like, yeah, I mean, whatever.
Just slurring it.
sick.
It's like YOLO.
It was great.
I actually forgot about that. I must have been like blackout drunk because
Yeah.
I'm now just remembering that happened.
Oh, it was great. And then
That's so funny. That's such a funny thing to say about that. Wow, I totally forgot I was even on your little tiny show.
yeah, your dumbass show.
I also love. Do you want time? I'll let you know when I get there.
Yeah.
So baller.
I'm Katie Thurston.
Okay, I
don't know if you know
lead
this.
in fear, not in confidence when I say things like that. Okay.
Yeah, totally. But that's a cool thing to say.
Yeah. And then again, you were booked on the show and we're great. And then I booked you again to co-host with me. And That was fun.
That was so fun.
Last show was just, they get better and better, I think. They're just like, the Going Dutch show is just like, we all start to, I think every comic that gets on it is like, starts to get the rhythm of it, because the fear that you're going to pull something, read it, say something not funny, just sort of like can engulf a comic. Like, just like, oh, fuck, I'm going to bomb. You know, what if I bomb or whatever? And I like tried to like this time around, like tell everybody like it really doesn't matter.
I viewed it as a hang. I didn't view it as a comedy show this time around. I was like, well, I'm just here to hang with these people and just tell them my thoughts. And, you know, sometimes they're going to be funny. Sometimes you're just going to go far left. But I had a lot more relaxed mentality this time with that idea of like, I'm just here hanging out with these people in PB.
Yeah.
You know?
That's what makes the show fun. Is it's like the only time that I am on stage with zero plan, just playing jazz.
Yeah.
It's just jazz up there. Like whatever we decide to talk about, I'm going to tell the absolute truth and nothing but the truth. And it works every time.
You guys were great too. Like remembering that you
oh
co-hosted
yeah, we were up
with
together.
Me, and then when you did your set, you guys went on stage together and pulled from and your clips are really good.
Yeah,
and
that was
really
fun.
funny.
I forgot about that. Yeah, that was super fun.
That was the
I
first
was
time we met,
blackout drunk.
I think.
Yeah.
Were you? Shut up.
I'm just remembering this now.
I was hammered. And I was like, I'll let you know how much time I'm going to do when I get there, Kane.
Yeah. And I was like, yeah, I'll run the show.
It's fine.
I showed up. I said, I'll host it. Why don't you take a seat,
I
Bucky?
will. And I will. I'll take a seat. I'm not important. Anyway, before we get to like FBoy Island and stuff, because I do want to talk to you about FBoy Island and stuff. Do you want to pull from the bowl?
Just right away.
Just get in there.
Just
pull.
Dig right in there.
Okay, let's just go for it.
Yeah.
Dumbest lie you've ever told.
Ooh.
Okay, I'll tell you this, Bachelor related, because I know you guys watch the show.
Yes.
When I applied to be on The Bachelor, I said I was educated, and I am not educated at all. I have a high school diploma, and that is it. And I lied on my entire application about how much money I made, how smart I am, all the things. And I feel like if I said I had a high school diploma, they would not have asked me to be on the show.
Wait, do you have to have something higher than a high school diploma to be on The Bachelor?
Look, I didn't know this to be true, and it still might not be, full disclosure. But when I was on The Bachelor, all the girls were talking about the sororities they were in, the great universities they went to. And I'm over here trying to fake my experiences at community college and realizing, like, oh, they would never have picked someone who just has a high school diploma.
Wow.
Just an opinion, just for legal reasons. I don't know if that's true.
What did you say you had? Like a bachelor's or?
Yeah, what was the lie?
She had a doctorate.
No, you guys, I literally had to Google like the different levels, like AA, BA, MA. Like,
you have an associate.
I literally had no idea what to put, and I actually don't remember.
School.
But I did have to Google it because I was like, I don't know what are these degrees.
Legendary.
That is great.
That is a legendary lie.
Yeah.
That's great. I love that. I also love that you would come in there and be like, call me Dr. Katie Thurston.
Yeah.
I'm Dr. Thurston.
Dr. Thurston.
Yeah.
Here's my dildo.
Nice to meet me. I love that it got you to the top, too. It's
Yeah,
not like
I
you were
know.
just on the show. You ran the show.
And I heard a rumor, too, that when you, on your first day, they called you and they said, we're going to start at this time. And you were like, well, I'll let you know when I get there.
You know. It didn't go down like that, okay? It only happens
like,
sometimes.
I was the bachelor. Oh, yeah, I'm just remembering this now.
I'm just remembering that I was the Bachelorette.
Yeah, I was blackout drunk a lot during the Bachelorette, so it's possible.
Is that true?
I mean, yes.
I mean, a lot of the, like, they just, like, probably take the food. Like, the food on those dates is inedible, right? That's not a...
It's actually just cake.
The table's cake.
There's not a
Your
lot of
date
time
is
to
cake.
eat.
You've been talking to this guy for 20 minutes, and you find out he's actually just chocolate
He's
cake.
such a good listener. He's just sitting there like this.
I think the best male listener would be a piece of cake.
Honestly.
That's funny.
Kate's losing it.
That's great.
No, there was an episode where in the episode I'm like, oh, the drama. I'm so nauseous from the drama, but like my lips are definitely like stained from wine, and I'm just like having a little too much to drink that night.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah.
That might be one of my biggest fears. Me being drunk on reality TV or just with like real cameras rolling.
Yeah.
Because I watch this show with empathy for the people on it, who maybe, especially the guys, I think, and this might be a sexist view,
I
that
was like,
most of the
excuse
guys,
you, what?
well, just that most of the
Specifically
guys, haven't seen the show is
Mm.
what it can come across. Not all of them, or not most, I would say, but some. And when
Yeah.
they haven't, and they start talking behind the scenes to the camera, and I'm like, you are saying a lot,
Yeah.
and this is gonna be aired out. I have empathy because if I was drunk, I would just be like, fuck that guy. Fuck this person.
Yeah,
I'd be
yeah.
like, that guy's a geek. And then they would just air it out, and I'd have to be like, sorry, guys, I didn't mean any of that. Because all I do is talk shit,
Yeah.
you
That's
know?
true.
And then they would definitely convince me it's, like, cool. And I'm easily convinced. I'm a gullible guy. Like, when I'm at Disneyland, I forget that it's fake. I'm like, this place rules.
That's
I
a
wish-
giant rat.
I wish
Yeah.
I was that dumb. God.
I don't have a college degree, dude.
I mean, okay, I guess I am that dumb.
Yeah. I'm like you, dude. We're both
Yeah.
like it too. How you said it, you went, I'm uneducated. When you
The
started
lie I
saying
told
that,
was I was educated.
I is dumb.
I was like,
I
what's
can't
the-
read. Not that it's funny that if you can't read out there.
Oh.
But that would be fun.
Yeah, and they give you a card, like a cue card for you to read, and it just the top is your name, and they're like, all right, Katie, go ahead, and you're like, oh, the.
You just go,
guess
yes. Yep.
Yeah, that's what that says. I'm Katie Thurston. I went to college. Don't ask me which one. I don't remember. I was drunk the whole time.
I went to college.
Mhm.
It had a lot of students.
Yeah, there's a lot there.
A lot of homework.
Sororities, yeah, of course. I had a bid, and they flogged me. I remember that was pretty crazy.
See, even this lingo, I'm like, what does that mean? What's a flogging?
I don't know what he's saying either.
You never heard of flogging?
We're both uneducated, Kane.
Oh, that's all right. What's the dumbest lie you've ever told, Jake?
Thank you. The dumbest lie I've ever told. Oh yeah. When I was younger, we had like a motorhome, and we would have sleepovers in the motorhome. And one time, I went into my dad's DVD case, like a book of
Yeah, yeah.
DVDs, and I went to the back where I knew American Pie, like all the American Pies were, and I took 3 American Pie movies, stuck them in my pants, and like ran out of my dad's office. Went to the motorhome, pulled out a DVD player with 2 of my friends, and I was like, dude, check this out. And pull out 3 American Pie discs, and we watch them. We were like, those were not fun. Like, you see, it's like one set of
It's like
tits.
entry level porn.
Yeah, exactly. Anyway, the next morning.
You thought American Pie would have been like porn.
Well, it's like you just hear about American Pie. So it's like my brother and his friends would talk about it, and so I was like, I want to know.
So you'd never. This was your first time. You
Yeah,
thought
yeah.
you had like black market good shit.
Yes, exactly.
Oh,
I thought I was
no.
showing up with the good shit, and it was just grass. Anyway, I was maybe 12. Like, I
Yeah.
was young.
Yeah.
And the next morning, I had a different pair of pants on. It was like gym shorts or something, and I put all the discs like in the waistband because it didn't have pockets. And I walked in. My mom was like sitting at the kitchen, so I went like, basically kitchen's here, living room, my dad's office, and I was like, I'm just gonna go back really quick, slide all the discs back in. No one will know. I'm in there, opening the thing to put them in. All of them fall through my pants onto the floor, and my mom walks in, and she goes, what are those? And I go, what? Oh, whoa. How did those get there? That was the dumbest lie I've ever told, because I was caught red-handed and was like, how?
What the?
What?
What the farts? Do we have a ghost
Like,
who loves American Pie?
hey, that's inappropriate.
Ghost.
So
Wait,
that
did you get in
was-
trouble?
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Big
And you're
time.
like, I didn't do it.
My friend who was spending the night, my mom told his mom, when she came to pick him up, was crying
Oh my God.
that he was so disrespectful to my parents to watch that and lie.
Your
Oh.
parents had the DVDs for you to steal.
Did you grow up religious?
My mom pretended to be. My dad didn't give a shit about anything.
I watched The Exorcism at like 7 years old, so
Oh,
And Exorcism?
no, like the movie.
I was
mean,
exercised.
Maybe it was my mom and dad fucking. I don't know, but
No, I just watched them exercise. I'm not educated. What does that mean?
They were having a seizure while doing
Wait a
deadlifting.
minute. What if you're like, were you raised Christian? I was like, what? What do you mean?
elaborate.
Like God? Like God? What?
Jesus Christian? Was that his name?
Well, yeah, Jesus Christian. Yeah, totally. Mexican guy owns the
Jesus. I know him.
owns the taco shop. Yeah, I know Jesus Christian.
Jesus Christian, know your time.
I think it's pronounced Jesus. Anyway,
That's
yeah,
pretty good.
Damn.
that was a dumb lie. What about
I had a next door neighbor who was fresh out of prison. It was this like lovely, wonderful Italian family, and the uncle just got out of prison, and he had this car in his driveway, and he needed a belt sander to sand the paint off, and he came over to the house and asked if my dad had a belt sander, and I said I think so. Give him the belt sander. I'm hanging out. And then he gets tired and he's like, sand the car for me. So I start sanding the car for him.
A car?
The car. We sand the car, color off the car.
Oh, this is normal.
No, I didn't know what was going on.
I don't know what's going on.
He's like taking the license
invested.
plates off of it. And I don't, like, nothing really registers. I find out later, like, oh, I just aided and abetted in a car theft. So anyway, I get done and he's so grateful
Of course.
that I gave him the belt sander. He gives me a paper or a plastic bag filled to the brim.
Wait, I forgot. How old are you during this?
I was like 35.
I don't know how to react to that. Way to let me down real fast on this story.
So 2 years ago, kid? 2 years ago this happened? No,
It was my car, actually.
That's how you guys met. Okay.
He's uncle. It's,
yeah.
So,
Hi.
so I was like 16.
Okay.
Maybe even younger. Anyway, so he gives me a plastic bag. It's like so bulky, and it's filled to the brim with the hardest hardcore porn I think my little eyes have ever seen in my life.
So not American Pie.
No, not American Pie.
Wow.
Yeah, crazy shit. Like I open it up and it's like, I don't even remember. I don't think I've ever heard of this magazine before, and it's just the cover is a woman's open asshole.
Jesus Christ.
And I was just like, holy shit. And he's like, there you go, buddy.
Literally.
And I was like,
God.
yeah.
That visual.
Jesus Christian came over, blessed it.
Wow.
Oh my God.
So anyway, so I take the
Ugh.
bag. I don't even know what to do with it. And because it's in a paper bag, there's something, even at that age, I remember thinking like, I don't think I want to touch this.
Smart.
Like I feels
dirty.
It feels
Crusty.
weird.
Yeah.
Like if I
Mm.
yes,
Mm.
and like there's DVDs that I just like haven't popped in,
Oh God.
and I'm like I put it under my bed, and like I forget that's there. So like weeks go by, and my room is a mess. And my dad comes in and he goes, "This place is a pigsty." He's like, "You gotta." He's like, "I'm sure you push a lot of it under your bed." And he like lifts up my bed and my bed frame and like has his eyes covered, and I look down and I see the bag, and I panicked and I go, "Mouse!" And I jumped on the bag.
Oh my God.
And he's like, "What?" And he moves the shit out of the way and he sees me like on my stomach, and he's like, "What are you doing? What's happening?" I go, "I thought I saw a mouse." And he's like, "Okay." I'm like, "Yeah. Anyway."
We should get out of here.
Yeah, and I'm like, and he's like, "Okay, so is there a mouse or not?" And I'm like, "I don't know. I don't think so." He's like, "Are you hurt?" And I go, "No." He's like, "Get up."
And you're
like,
just laying on
I'm
this
just laying
bag
on my
like
stomach,
a grenade.
and I don't know what to do.
I feel like he had to have known he was fucking with you.
I don't know. My dad was a strange man and not a very smart man. So he's just
Oh.
seriously trying to figure out, not that I'm as smart as, in this situation, I'm like, yeah,
We're
I don't
all
know.
uneducated.
I said mouse, yes. I said mouse, and then that's as far as I got with it. And I just laid on my stomach hoping that something would come. And then nothing came. And then he goes, "Get up." And I get up and I kind of like push the bag and he goes, "What's that?" And he found it. And then he took it.
Of course he did.
And I don't think he went to the garbage with it. And I never saw that bag again. And I was in trouble.
I think you were set up.
I think I was set
I think
up.
he knew exactly what was happening,
Mhm.
but he had to catch you as the father and
Ooh.
confiscate the goods.
You think Uncle told on me?
Someone told on you.
Somebody fucking snitched. Someone was a rat.
A mouse, maybe.
Named Jake.
Mouse. Insane.
Just mouse.
Also, the idea of jumping onto a mouse
Yeah, to
is
catch
like
it.
completely crazy.
Yeah.
Badass.
Well, I had to do something to justify me jumping on a big pile of porn
Dude,
without letting everyone know that it was a big pile of porn I was jumping on.
okay. that just reminded me of a completely side story that's I have to tell you guys. I used to live in Nashville, Tennessee, and in the summers you'd go on floats where you'd like get inner tubes and just get on a river and just float for like a mile.
Washington vibes.
Yeah, for sure.
It's very cool.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And we were floating, like drinking a couple beers, and we've like passed now like herds of cattle and different things that were like in the water. So we've like seen some animals. Anyway, we're like approaching what looks to be exactly an alligator's face.
Is that a thing in
We didn't know.
I don't know.
Anyway, we're like
I'm dumb.
looking, and we're like,
What's an alligator?
Do they live there?
I didn't know.
Yeah.
And we're looking at it, and as they're getting closer, I kind of sounded the alarm. So I was like, hey guys, really quick, what the fuck is that?
Mm-hmm.
My friend who's from Florida, he goes, it's a fucking gator. And he gets up on his inner tube, standing on it, ready to jump, and then goes, it's just a log, and just gets back in, and he just starts talking about what we were just talking about. And I was like,
Damn.
first of all, if that was a gator, your first instinct was to jump on it? He goes, yeah, obviously, that's what you do.
Florida.
Yeah. What? Jump
Could
on
you
it?
imagine? Like that was you with the mouse. Just mouse, jump.
Yeah.
He was that way. He was like with a literal, if it had been a gator, it would have been like an 8-foot gator.
Right.
And he was just ready to jump
That's
on it.
insane.
That's
is he,
crazy.
Is he a big guy? Like
No, my size exactly.
what?
I know.
I would
Man.
love to have watched that. Watch him
Steven.
beat
It was
the
Steven Elrod, the guy you met.
I love that guy.
I know.
That is
And
so
doesn't that-
him.
I know.
That is such a him thing. That is so Steven.
Wow.
That is crazy, Steven, to wrestle an alligator.
But it's just, he's just so.
That's a goddamn gator.
It's so funny to know this guy and know that he did that. But it's like he, without a doubt, was legitimately going to jump on a gator for his friends.
All I think about now is you guys inner tubing down the river. Steven jumps on the gator. You guys still keep. You're like, Steven,
the river's pulling. You're like,
Yeah.
I'm trying.
and you
current.
can't. There's nothing you can do.
Bye.
And then the next thing you know, you just see Steven dragging the gator
Out.
to your campsite.
Cutting it open.
Guys, we're having gator.
I haven't gated in
Hey
that,
man,
boys.
what happened? What's happening to you? Are you all right?
Jeez.
Oh man, that Florida blood, it's really something.
Yeah,
Could you imagine?
I would love that. I would love to be as aggressive as Steven is to that gator.
I could never be. I am a coward. If I see anything moving in the water, I'm out. You know what
I
I'm
can't
saying?
even kill a spider, so don't even trick me with a gator.
No.
I don't
What
even
about a
know.
mouse that turned out to be porn?
I could probably crush that. All right, guys. What's the biggest ick you got with someone you really liked? That's a great question.
Oh. Don't. If you guys have an answer, by all means, go ahead. I have to think about it.
Oh, my biggest ick I got with somebody that I really liked was her insistence on self-help and being in like the self-help world, like the books, and knowing her like I'm a
ENFT.
I'm a fucking I'm a this type of I can't even think of the names of it, but it's just,
Enneagram.
Anxious attachment style.
Yes,
Oh,
that
shit.
that bullshit.
Oh no.
This,
I
like-
mean, I heard something like that, or
Yeah.
no, I don't know.
I hear they write books about that.
I know nothing
I'm
about
I'm
it.
uneducated. Anxious attachment style. What's
Therapy? Fuck that.
that? I love therapy. Therapy I believe in. I'm in AA, and so like I'm all about self, like empowerment, growth, changing, all of that. What I don't particularly care for is reading a book about your particular attachment style, or that you're a type A personality. If you are involved in a camp that then strengthens your belief in that type of, if your behavior then is like, oh yeah, that's who I am, that's who I'll continue to be, rather than reading that thing and realizing like, oh, maybe I should
So
course
embracing the
correct.
problem,
Yes.
validating your problem, because the book
Yes.
says you have it, but not
Right.
growing from it.
Yeah, so like if me and this girl were talking and she like was blowing me up a lot, and so then I was like, you know, telling her like,
I know
I
this is
think we
going.
need to pull back on
Yeah.
the amount of communication. She's like, well, I mean, I don't know another way to communicate. I'm anxious attachment style. That's exactly what she said she was, and I was like, okay,
I see,
what
I
are you
see.
doing to work on that? And she's like, well, that's who I am. And I'm like, that's not what the book is
Not how that
for.
works. Fair.
know?
Apparently you didn't read that book, buddy. I hate to break it to you, but you don't know anything.
Do I not?
About nothing. No, I'm just kidding. You're exactly right. That's insane. It's the same as like astrology vibes where they're like, I'm an Aquarius. That's what I do. It's like, yeah, but come on, man.
It's not like it's the same thing with being an alcoholic. There's two different types of alcoholics. It's the alcoholic that's like, yeah, I drink, I'm an alcoholic. And then there's the people who are like, I can't drink, I'm an alcoholic.
Yeah.
And I was both those people. But nobody likes the guy who's like, yeah, dude, yeah, I get hammered and I fist fight gators. I'm an alcoholic. You know?
What if Steven was that, though? That's a cool guy.
That's different.
Yeah,
Steven doing that is a completely
Steven's
different vibe.
allowed to do that.
Yeah, he can do whatever he wants.
Yeah.
He's Steven. But, you know, anybody who just was like, I'm going to embrace this horrible trait of mine because that's who I am. That's what I recognize about myself. And this girl, I was really digging her. But then she was doing that, and I'm like, I'm out. I can't. I have no interest.
That's a good one. That's
Yeah.
like a real, like, actual, like, mature ick of like, we are not compatible.
Yeah, and she had a fucking mole on her lip, and I was like, gross.
Nice. Thank you.
Another
Yeah.
egg. Okay.
And she had blue eyes. Boo.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, mine is much more shallow.
Okay.
I really liked this girl in high school and like wanted to date her for a long time, and like finally she liked me back, you know. And we like had a bonfire on the beach in Encinitas, and we were like, it was like the first time we were showing up there where we like both knew we liked each other, and we were like talking about, you know, dating. And we went behind the lifeguard tower to smooch. And she
Icky. There's my ick.
Smooch is the worst.
Amanda
word.
says smooch.
Immediately, I have the ick towards you.
Dude.
For smooch.
Yeah, we were
gross.
smooching,
Okay,
dude. That's-
Grandpa.
I have anxious attachment. That's just who I am.
I have anxious smooch. That's just what I do.
You're just gonna have to get used to that one, man. But we go behind the lifeguard tower, and she like was like the only way I can describe it was eating my mouth, like
Yeah.
jaw moving, and like her
Uh-huh.
teeth kept hitting mine, and she just
Mhm.
was like powering through, and like there was a lot of saliva and all these things. Anyway, she was just the worst kisser I'd ever experienced, and
Yeah.
like legitimately right then and there I was like, I don't like you at all anymore, which is so shallow and dumb.
No, but you
But it
gotta
was
have
true.
a physical
Yeah.
connection.
Yeah, yeah.
And, you know, and certain things like there's training, but like I feel like that you guys were on different levels.
We were just in a different world.
Yeah.
And well, what's funny about it is I told one of my friends this, because our other mutual friend had dated her for like a year. Not that it was weird that we were snitching. It was high school. They were like, everyone was cool with it. But our other friend who had dated her for a year was like, well, yeah, we used to just make out in the basement for hours.
Oh,
And I was just like, the idea of them just chomping
Oh,
down.
gross.
Oh my God!
Oh.
It must have been
Yeah.
Jurassic Park down there, dude. Just jaws.
Don't move. She won't eat you if you don't move.
Like it was. She won't kiss you if you don't move. It was so intense.
Oh my god.
I had the opposite. So now that we're talking about like physical icks, I had a girl I was into and we were making out, and I describe it the best way I can describe her making out. It was nothing. She would kiss me in this slow way, but our lips would kind of like graze each other, and I would try to move in and like make it more passionate. So I would try to move my face in, and then she would pull back and then continue to kiss me in this light way. And I describe it as, it's like when you eat really whipped, airy, non-fat yogurt. Like non-fat frozen yogurt, where you're just like, am I even eating anything? Like, is there anything in my mouth right now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's what it was like kissing her. And then I was like, this sucks.
We can't
And
fix
I
this.
hate this, and I can't move on. And I had to be like, I don't feel good. I don't think we should.
My tummy hurts.
I have a little ick in my stomach, and
I have
and
a
so-
stomach.
Oh my
Come
god.
on.
Holy
It's
shit!
a hack.
First pun of the episode.
I have a stomach.
I have a stomach.
Oh my
Come
god.
on.
Holy shit!
Great.
Of many, I can't wait
like
for
it.
more puns.
That's a new
So-
Instagram
so
caption for
bad.
me in the future. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Stomach.
All right, is it my turn for an ick?
Yeah,
Yeah.
hit us with it. What's your biggest ick?
Okay.
With someone you liked?
God. Well, okay, I don't know that I liked him, but if there was ever a shot, he blew it with this. Okay.
That's great.
So this is a friend of mine. We had the The background doesn't fully matter, but we had hooked up in the past, right? So friend zone for now. And I had started this thing where every day, this is going to be really cheesy girl stuff, so forgive me, but every day for 30 days, you're supposed to take a picture of something beautiful. It's like really good for your mental health, but you have to have someone like accountable and like be on a shared album with iPhone, whatever. It's this whole thing. So I knew this guy would be like a great accountability partner for it. So every day I'm uploading like a picture of something pretty, like a hummingbird or a sunset, whatever. And then like after like 20 days, I'm kind of over it. Like I'm like, I did it. My mental health is good again. Like, thank you, you know? And so he checks in with me one night. He's like, hey, darling, I think he might have called me, which already I'm like, stop. He's like, you're running out of time. And I was like, hey, like I'm pretty busy now. Like I don't think I'm gonna be able to like complete the 30 days, but like thank you so much for, you know, helping me. And he's like, I'm sorry I couldn't be better for you. And had this like pity party in the most like dramatic, annoying way. And it instantly gave me the ick. And I was so annoyed because I was like, first of all, this, I don't know what you thought this was, but I just needed like an accountability partner. And I'm good now. Thank you so much for your time.
What the fuck?
And then I like was kind of backing out even more. And then at one point he goes, you know, you used to find me attractive. And he was just like, he just kept like fishing for like validation or compliments. And that gave me the ick so hard, so fast. I hated that. I hated it.
I was so ready for you to be like, I opened the album to add my photo and it was just like his penis.
No, I would have probably taken that
And
over this pity party.
And I got the yay.
God.
let that be known that you would have rather taken a dick pic than that, because that is insane.
It's
what
the
a miserable
same as
thing.
a dick pic because it's just a flaccid, raw,
pathetic,
gross,
Yes.
It's
fucking
pathetic.
meat,
Tell me something nice.
emotional meat pie. You're just fucking gross, dude. So my girlfriend used to live in a house with a bunch of roommates, and I was there one night during a drunken fight that the two roommates were having. They were a couple, and they were in their room, and they're fighting about whatever. But I can't discern what they're saying because it's just crazy nonsense. And then the guy goes, "Fuck you! You don't say anything nice about my dick anymore." And I was like, "What?
Wow.
What led up to that? How often is she supposed to say something nice
Also,
about your dick?"
I don't even know that I've ever said like nice things about a dick. Like,
Really?
I mean, I don't know. Am I supposed to?
I don't know if you're
Do you
supposed
guys need
to.
that? What would you say? Like, oh, it's so veiny.
Yeah.
Really?
Well, whatever that's your turn on.
Well, okay. Well,
If you're yes.
I would be like, this was great sex. Does that count? Or are we talking like describe a nice thing about the dick?
See, like, yeah, because I'll do the same. Like, it's describing something flattering about their body.
Well, would we first of all, every guy would love it. If you
Every
did.
guy
Really?
loves it.
But
yes.
also, I'm
Just-
thinking like, have I ever been
I'm
like,
learning so much.
have I ever just been like, your vagina
Your
is
clit
beautiful?
is clitting. I mean, I don't know.
Your
Like,
clit. Let me tell you something. Sit down because I have something to say about your clit.
that
Your
is
clit
tucked nice.
is incredible. I call it Bill Clit.
Oh my God! Stop. No.
I call it Bill Clit.
I call it Bill Clit.
See, like what?
Because it's so meaty.
Oh God.
It's really super. Call it Clark Clit. It's not even. That's not close enough.
Clit Clint. Super clit.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Yeah. I have a stomach.
Yeah, but I have like during sex
Yeah.
describe like how like what I love about my girl's vagina or whoever I have sex with. Yeah, go into like full detail during sex,
Wow.
before sex. After sex, you've like come and then you're just like still in it, like you're emotionally still
Oh,
in
they
the
meant
sex.
physically in it. I was like, okay.
But no, well, also physically.
We're
in
just
it.
resting.
That's
But if
cool.
you're just like you're just done and you're just like holy shit and you're still kind of in that sex
I just need
mode.
one example. Is that weird? Can I just know like one thing you've said about like a vagina? Because I'm fascinated. Maybe I'm just overthinking it.
I think I've said this. I've said like,
If you make another clip,
No.
I'm gonna high five you.
I'll throw this
I
mic.
want. I need 'em.
I've said that like, I'm like, you taste good to me.
Oh,
Yes.
Okay.
You-
Okay.
I
Tastes
like
good.
I
Okay.
like what you have.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Okay. That I
you
get
know?
that. Okay.
Yeah.
Now it's coming to me.
Yeah, stuff like
no
that.
pun
Absolutely.
intended. But
I mean, yeah.
Now it's coming to me. Yeah.
sorry. Oh God.
Yeah. And then when somebody says like, oh yeah, something nice about like your girth or whatever about your
Got it.
dick or like what they like. Yeah. I mean, it's also like not something I need,
Yeah.
you know, but I also, when it happens, you're like, all right,
Okay.
cool.
Good
that
to
happened.
know. I learned something new today.
Yeah.
I'll start incorporating that better.
Yeah. And then flick it. Just go,
Just
say something nice.
I do feel like most girls are unaware of how insecure pretty much every guy is about their own penis,
Yeah.
really?
which is a problem with like the way we're raising men in general.
Mm.
But I do feel like you just being like, I really like what you have. Even that would really
I
go
really
a long
like what
way
you
for a lot of
have.
guys.
Big guys, small guys.
Just like I
Whatever.
like yours. We know that means you don't think it's big, because I do feel like girls make an exclamation when it's big, probably in some type of way. There's like, that was big, that hurt, or whatever.
I will
you
say
just
big is a little bit overrated, and I don't know if guys realize that.
I
Like,
think we do. We've heard enough girls say it. I think we don't believe it, but
Mm.
we've heard it enough to like internalize it, and we also say it now. Like
Yeah.
when guys are talking about their dick size, we'll be like, "Yeah, but girls don't even like big ones." When we say that, we don't really mean it. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? But we say it because we're trying to believe it.
no, it's the truth.
But like it being a young man and watching porn your entire life.
yeah, it's a problem.
I
Girls
know.
don't like an average dick. They don't need it. It's small. That's all they need. That's all they need and all they'll ever get.
I mean, if I had to put it in order, I would put medium, small, and then big at the end.
I've heard a lot of girls say this.
Truly.
Yeah, I would agree with that. That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
'Cause like, yeah, I mean, also I have friends who have massive cocks, and then they will tell me like, I wish I had at least an average dick so I could
I
fit the
wish.
whole thing. With
I wish with all my heart.
Oh, wish I had
Dear
an average
Santa.
dick. Santa Claus.
Santa clit.
Clitty Claus.
Pretty fun.
That's pretty
Pretty
good.
good.
All right. You guys ready to talk about our freak of the week?
Do you have a
Mm.
Freak of the Week theme song, Jake?
Oh, shit.
Come
What's
on,
pulling out?
man. It's our third episode for crying out Glavin.
So I write a new one every week.
Uh-huh.
We're probably going to cut this.
Whatever, dude.
Yeah,
It's not
I
even a
write a new one
big
every
deal,
week.
dude. Not even a big deal.
It's a little deal.
It's just a little deal.
Just average deal.
It's an average deal.
Yeah.
It's not a huge deal. That would be too much.
It's the freak of the week. I hope that you're ready to hear what they did. It's gonna get pretty bloody. The freak of the week.
Yeah.
And I hope that you're ready
Mm.
to hear all the weird little creepy shit that they did.
Freak of the Week.
Woo!
Yeah.
Yeah.
What a beautiful
That was probably
song.
the actual like cleanest one we've done.
That probably should be the one.
Yeah, it's just like a little freak, you know.
Yeah.
It's just a little bit of a freak.
Will Freak, dude. And that's all the girls really need.
Yeah, we'll call him Will Freak.
Jake, what's your Freak of the Week?
My freak of the week, I played a show in Chicago on Saturday night, and I was opening for my friend who is like a Christian adjacent singer-songwriter, and they were having me open playing jazz and comedy, but it had to be a completely clean set.
Oof.
No vulgarity at all.
Brutal.
And I didn't know that until I got there, and I had like a really cool set prepped, and then I was like, all right, I got to change it. It wasn't going to be like my normal set, but it was going to be like a cleaner, but they were like no swear words, no innuendos to sex. When I'm talking to the person who's like telling me this, I'm like, they're adults, right? Like this is college, and they're like, yeah, no innuendos to sex. And I was like, okay.
Whoa.
And then I said, can I talk about suicide? And they were like, no. And then I said, can I say heaven looks like a great place to take a nap? And they were like, yeah, that's pretty cute. That's a good. And I was like, I swear to Christ, this came out of me and I couldn't even stop it. I said, you know, for people who pride themselves on telling the truth, you certainly hate to hear it. And she did not get it. She was like, she like kind of laughed it off. And I was like, that was probably my favorite thing I've ever said to a Christian. I don't have a problem telling Christians I think they're insane these days.
Yeah.
Not every Christian, because Jordy's a Christian, one of my best friends. And he just is like a normal ass person. That's his belief. That's what he believes in.
Mhm.
And we, like, our morals and values are pretty much the exact same. What I'm saying is this. I play the show, and I know from the way this is getting prepped that the show is going to be tricky, kind of tough.
Yeah.
I start doing the show. It kind of turns into like more of a jazz set, but then like I'm like doing like crowd work with them, which is basically like college kids are crazy. You'll like ask them a question, or you'll be like, "You guys ready for the show tonight?" And it's just like they're just freaking out. And we started chants, like it was crazy. That was a fun crowd. Anyway, I get to the end, and I did as good as I could have done. Get off, then Jordy's set. I'm playing a Jordy set, so we play, and then afterwards I go to the merch stand to sell my merch and Jordy's merch, and kids are coming up, and a lot of them had a great time. They're like, "We love that. That was so different than what we normally have," whatever. And then there's like people who are walking by me being like, "This guy's the devil," you know, like looking at me like judgmentally. Then this kid, and enter our freak of the week.
Yes.
Bum, bum, bum.
He comes up to me and he goes, "Hey man, I'd love to invite you to come to church with me tomorrow."
Oh no.
Oh no. Oh no.
And I say, I don't know if you heard any of my set, but that's not really what I do.
Yeah.
And he was like, "I know, but I think like it'd be fun if, you know, we come to church, you come to church with me." And I go, and I literally, I'm like, "No,
No
I will
means
not."
no.
And I
Yeah.
said, "I will if you really want to. I would go get coffee maybe, because then we're on an even playing field, but I'm not going to do that."
Smart.
And he literally was like, perfect, great. Like,
Oh.
let's get coffee. Like, and I was like, "Well, tomorrow won't work. I get on an early flight." He's like, "When are you coming back to town? We can plan ahead." And I was like, "You're a fucking freak." And in my head, this kid is at maximum 22. I'm like, what do you think that you have stored in your tiny pea-sized brain
The word
that's
of God.
gonna change my mind? Like,
The
I haven't
Bible,
heard it.
Jake, ever heard of it?
I li-
Religion.
I was
Yeah.
like, this kid is such a, like, it just out of his mind. Like, I wanted to give him more of a dose of reality and just be like, you realize how aggressive you're assaulting me with your religion right now. Like, this is fucked up. Like, you're being an asshole. And just, like, alert him.
Well, we just want to get coffee.
Yeah.
I know a great coffee stand. It's in the church. Crazy good.
Free. There's donuts.
Yeah. It's
Every Sunday.
Yeah, it's black with some cream.
Cup of Jesus?
Cup of Jesus. Yeah, that's right. We have donut holes, but not the donuts because the hole is too.
It's
you know.
actually a donut cross.
We take a cruller and we carve it into a cross. Anyway, it's not a big deal, but if you want a Jesus
If
donut.
you're interested. Anyway, I just couldn't believe the audacity of this kid to do that, especially after seeing what my set. And, like, I think I've lost my patience with Christians, is how I feel. That type of Christianity, I should say. And it goes across, if any religious person
Yeah.
came up to me and tried to push it onto me,
Yeah.
I would react in the same way where I'm like, to be very clear, it would be the same way if someone went up and talked about being Christian, and afterwards I was like, "Hey, do you mind if I tell you that all that's fake?" It'd be the
Wild.
same thing.
Totally.
Yeah.
But way more rude. Like, everyone is like, "That's fucked up. You shouldn't do
So
that."
true. I've never thought of it
But
like that.
it's the exact same ideology.
Oh.
Yeah.
But that
Crazy,
is-
right?
But that
Yeah.
is such a 22-year-old Christian
know,
thing to
I
do.
know.
Like, they know everything. 22-year-olds already know everything, right? They come at you and they go, "Hey, this is what you don't say. These are what your political beliefs should possibly be.
Right.
This is how you should lean in a crowd and who you should talk to. These are, and also, God is real, and I don't like what you did up there because of the devil."
Yeah.
And what you and the devil, you guys made out, and you like were chewing on each other's teeth, and I don't like what happened. And the songs that you think of and the way your brain works is obviously Satan is involved in some way.
I know.
Come get coffee at my Coffee Christian Church. Meet my priest.
Because I will save you.
I will save your life. I had a kid in high school. His name was Brian, and this dude was me and him were buddies, and we were degenerates. We were fucking smoking weed all the time and drinking and just partying and whatever. And then he decides he doesn't want to live that life anymore in senior year of high school, and he's now a Christian. And I start dating this girl that goes to his church and immediately comes at me like, "You better not. She is a good girl. Don't fucking do anything to her. Don't fuck with her. Don't get her into drinking or drugs."
Oh my God.
I'm like, "Brian, step the fuck back. Like, chill out." And he goes, "You should go to church and get your shit together before you start dating her." He was the most aggressive I've ever seen anybody come at.
That had
I
to
was
be-
like, what, dude? All of a sudden, you found Jesus, and you're better than me.
Look, he's going to heaven and you're going to hell.
That
That's
had to
true,
be-
and it's a good place for Brian to take a nap.
Yeah. Yeah. Take a nap, man. You'll end up there quick. That had to be nice having sex with her.
Nothing happened because Brian scared her. Brian was like,
Brian scared her away?
Yeah, he's like, Kane's a bad person. Don't.
Mm.
I'm like, because you and I used to do drugs and
Because we used to fuck?
Because Brian and I were gay together, and I'm a bad person because you sucked my dick. Get out of here.
Damn.
But yeah, that is very much a thing that Christians do.
Young
Young
it is.
Christians are so much up your ass about it than older Christians. Older Christians have accepted that
They're tired.
they're
They're
just
tired.
like, they have no. There's just like it's also
It's my
like
thing. Right? It's like it's like meeting a vegan who's been vegan for years. They're like, I don't want to bother you.
mhm.
Right? I'll bring my own shit. That fucking idiot. He's a vegan, and no one knows because he's a good person and a nice person and would never like alert people about it.
A unicorn.
He
Yeah.
like actually hates to bring it up. Like when people are like, does anyone have any dietary restrictions? And he has to be like, I know. I'm sorry, you guys, but I choose to not eat animal products. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And it's like, that's the thing I feel about older Christians is I'm like, you believe it for good reasons.
Mm.
You know, like my buddy Jordy, like Christianity and him have a very cool relationship in a way that I like love for him. And it like validates so many of the best parts about him. But that to him isn't his identifier as a person, or would he ever try to push that on me? Because he's actually listened to the way we talk and we both go, we have no clue what's going on
Mhm.
this planet. But we're taking our best guess. We're hedging our bets, right?
Yeah.
It's like when you go, it's literally the same idea as going to watch a horse race and being like, mine's on Seabiscuit,
Mhm.
right? And mine's on, Zetterman. And one of us is going to be right at the end of the race.
Mhm.
One of us is going to win our money back. Some of us are just going to break even.
Mhm.
And a lot of us are going to hell. And that's the way it works. And I don't know who's going to
Yeah.
win.
I would love if Jordy and you died at the same time and your souls detach and you're like, oh my God, Jordy was right. And then Jordy's like, that's right. Suck it. And he goes up to heaven and you get sucked down to hell.
Like, no. I'm like, Jordy, grab my hand. He's like
Psych.
Psych. I'm going to go take a nap on these clouds.
see you later, idiot.
See you later, you big bitch.
Damn.
Katie, what do you have for Freak of the Week?
It feels like a really aggressive transition
Oh, I can't wait then.
because it's related to OnlyFans.
Yes.
Nice.
Yes.
Wait, do you have an OnlyFans?
So I do. I sell feet pictures.
Yes.
Do you make
That's
pretty good money?
great.
I do.
Yes. Amazing.
Yes, but I do have a #1 fan who I am going to give my Freak of the Week to.
Yes.
And in the most positive way. I don't kink shame.
Sure.
This man is a boss.
Oh.
Because here's the thing.
Uh-huh.
So as much as my content is feet forward, as I like to call it,
Sure.
some people have different asks. A lot of times I can't meet those needs because I really am just like the foot girl, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But this one guy requested that I talk dirty to him as a dom, but in like really graphic ways. Which, first of all, I don't know what that means. I literally asked
You
chat.
don't know what to say to a penis.
Well, I guess I don't.
You're like, do you want to play a game?
You have a bear trap around your mouth.
You roll in with bare feet on a little trike.
Covered in the saw paint.
No, you guys.
Graphic.
I literally asked Chat GPT for help because I was like, how do you talk like vulgar, dirty? Like
Right. I forget that you're uneducated.
I'm
That's true.
uneducated. But
You didn't go to sex college to get your doctorate.
But this is the things I send are things like I'm shitting on your face. Like that's the kind of level that this.
I would love if that's
Actually,
how you open.
Can we hear you genuinely ripping some dom talk?
I mean, I can pull it up.
Let's hear it.
Oh, I'd
And-
love to hear
And
it.
let me tell you, so this man pays me $100 per text. So I get paid $100 to say, I'm shitting on your head.
Great head?
I will read you.
Like the top of his head? Like
I
you're
just want you to know,
pouring
like
goo on
every
Like you're giving him hair.
it? Like you're
Like a poop
shampooing
hair.
it.
Shampoo.
God.
Shampoo.
Let's see where he's at. Here he is. Here's the guy. Okay, so let's.
This is the best. I don't even want to do mine. Mine sucks in comparison. This is the last one.
really excited.
This is
Okay.
the last freak of the
So
week.
I build up, right? It's always the beginning's really easy for me. I can say nice things like, get naked, $100. Take your clothes, put your cock cage on. I'm learning.
Oh my God. every text is 100.
Every text.
Oh my! I would just
So-
flood his ass.
So here's
you
what
shitting me?
You should call yourself Katie ThirstDaddy when you do this.
I mean.
Yes. Very good.
Thank you.
I loved it.
And that's my retirement.
Katie ThirstDaddy.
This man would call me whatever I told him to tell me. So
Oh, whatever I told him to tell me is a
Um,
crazy line.
so here's I'm starting to get better at it. Also, it eliminates some of my words. So I say, I start to pee and decide to stand up while your head still lays on the seat. I'm on the toilet seat. I allow myself to urinate on you. $100. Then he says, I drink your hot pee as it streams against my face and into my mouth. I sputter and spit. It's so salty and humiliating. I say,
He's saying that?
he said that
Okay.
back to me.
Okay.
I say, for $100, I put my hand over your mouth, swallow it. He says, I flush it down. God, I need to be your bathroom and filthy property. $100. Suddenly, coffee and breakfast is making moves this morning. For being my filthy loyal sub, I saved this for you. Lay flat on your back.
Katie, this is gold.
This is the greatest thing I've ever heard ever.
That line that you just said. What did you say? Coffee and is making
Suddenly,
moves?
coffee and breakfast is making moves this morning.
Dude.
That is so funny to say.
That is amazing.
Oh my God.
I'm blushing. I can't keep going. But that's.
I also love that this is coming off of the heels of I don't know how to compliment a penis.
Oh, I
But
learned.
you well
I'm a quick learner, guys.
holy fucking shit.
I don't know how to compliment.
Shit,
a
literally.
penis, but I will tell a man to swallow my own piss.
Yeah.
I will shit on your eyes and you will use them as sunglasses.
But you
I'm
guys,
Katie ThirstDaddy.
you guys like your penises complimented?
Yeah. Penis is complimented.
How about humiliated? Because I'm a pro at that.
I'll pee in your hat and you gotta put it on.
Oh, that truly is like one of my favorite things that I've heard about you.
What's great because it's so yes, you're unassuming in that way.
Yeah.
Where it's like you're so goofy in like a good positive way. Like you're like when you go on the Bachelor and you have the vibrator with
Yeah.
you as like an introduction. So it's like
I completely forgot that was you.
so like
Dildo girl.
That was legendary.
Thank
dildo
you.
girl goes on, but you're like cute about it. You go on and you're like, this is my dildo. Isn't that kind of funny?
That
And then
dildo was huge.
Yeah.
it was gigantic.
Is that your actual dildo?
No, it was an Amazon thing that
Cool.
the show purchased.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah.
You just come in with this huge guitar case.
Like I got options.
Click, click, pull.
Call me Katie ThirstDaddy. Here's my giant cock. All right, I'll see you later. You flip him off. Fucking idiot. Whose season were you on, by the way?
Matt James.
Oh, that's right. Matt
He had
James.
to have a fucking hog on him.
Yeah,
man.
I never found out,
Oh,
but
that's
a
right.
bummer.
Because of all the racism.
jeez.
But
Okay.
but I do love that. Then it goes into, now you're in comedy and you're a reality TV star. You're on FBoy Island, and you just still it brings this sort of like meek, unassuming. Like it's like. Has Katie had sex? I want to know. Has Katie had sex before? Kind of vibe. You know what I mean?
No, I get it's like a secret identity.
It really is. Yeah. And then
Girl next door by day, Dom shitting on men by night.
And then yes,
Whoa.
and you're saying
Whoa.
this crazy shit. So you have it in there.
Yeah.
It's in there. You
yeah.
just don't showcase it.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like it's her own little superpower.
Well, I feel like Matt James' season was one of my favorite seasons of television.
Yeah.
I think it was just like at the time. And also his conversation between him and his dad should be studied at universities because
Yeah.
it was prolific to me as a moment where reality TV failed because it was too honest. It was too much for the show to be able to handle and diagnose and actually show people because it was so sad.
Yeah.
Matt was genuinely sad. Anyway, my point is this. When I was watching that season, it was so funny how much you stood out as not being stupid.
yes.
Well,
You were like actually speaking like a normal person, and it was shocking.
Yeah. That
It
is
would be like
true.
if me and Kane went down to the fucking pool with our shirts off
Yeah.
at Bachelor in Paradise. People would be like, "We're these jabronis, these normies."
Yeah.
It's too. It's like, anyway. I didn't even see your season of The Bachelorette,
it's okay. It's,
but I'd imagine it was a lot of honesty again.
yeah, I mean, it's like a watered down version of me though. Like The Bachelorette's such a elevated, like romantic, whatever. Which is why I'm so excited for FBoy Island because it's the exact
That's
opposite.
not that.
Yeah. So
Wow.
honestly, you didn't miss much, if anything, on The Bachelorette.
Where did you go?
For which one?
Bachelorette. Where'd they take you?
Albuquerque, New Mexico.
Nice.
That's right. Yeah, I remember
Because
that.
it was COVID still, so we were still in a bubble. So both seasons. So Matt's, we were in
Oh.
Farmington, Pennsylvania.
Which was kind of beautiful, right?
it was
Looked like it.
cold, and I don't know, wasn't
Oh.
it like?
It was
we're in-
lame.
Normally, you go on the show and you get to go to freaking France and
That's true.
Jamaica and all the, you know.
That was the season where the racist girl
Yeah.
hit her face on the ground.
Oh, from when they did
yeah,
the
that was
parachute?
actually like she actually almost died.
I know.
And
That
the
looked
fact-
horrible.
The fact that they like aired it, and like I've gone skydiving, and so seeing like what happened, people like made fun of it and were like, "Oh my god, and they played over and over again." She almost died. Her face was so messed up that they had to put so much makeup on her.
We were so wondering because when she hit, we were like,
Oh.
have you seen the
Yeah,
land?
I've seen
it.
it.
was horrendous.
Everyone behind the scenes were bawling because they thought she died. Like the impact of watching that in real life and the sound and everything.
You were there when they landed?
No,
Oh,
but
okay.
like I know everyone who was there,
Yeah,
and so
yeah.
I'm hearing about it. And again, like I know what it's like to skydive and to like hit like that. The guy that she was tandem with was like should not have done it.
Did he get fired? Do you know?
I heard it was the owner's son.
Had to be.
So like you know.
You know what that's like, man. Your dad was the coach.
Yeah, my dad was the coach of my baseball team.
So
You-
Kane knows what that's like.
Yeah, I know exactly what it's like. He used to throw me on the ground a lot too.
Yeah.
I almost died. Anyway, that's the show, guys. No, that is insane. That is
Yeah.
that is crazy to hear because that was a pretty fucking bad fall.
Yeah.
I actually also know we don't have time for this story, but I also know what it's like to be on the ground and people think you're dead because I got punched in the face.
Jeez.
And I'll tell that story later because it's too long.
Tune in
That's a
next
good story.
week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But people all around me were like, Kane's dead.
That's a great Freak of the Week story that we should tell you on the next podcast you're on.
Yes.
That is like the best. That'll
be
an
my
actual
freak.
Yeah.
That'll be my freak
The
of the week.
cliffhanger.
Yeah.
That's how you get people to tune in.
Yeah.
Katie, how can people find you and how do they get you to shit on their face?
Ooh, for $100 a text.
$100 a text.
Subscribe to my OnlyFans.
She will call you a dirty pig boy and piss in your eyes.
And only dirty talk. If it was sexual, I don't think I could do it. Like if it was actually like you are pleasuring me, it would feel mentally a little too weird.
What do you think he's doing?
Well, I don't care. He's paying me is what
Yeah.
he's doing.
Can you like step it up to with like I'm gonna put jagged rocks in your ass.
Oh.
Honestly, I think he would like it.
Yeah.
I'm still learning
I'm gonna staple
how to
your
be like a
feet.
mean
Hey, can
person.
we send you can we send you a list of our like saw ideas?
Yeah.
I
to try?
mean, yeah.
I want to paper cut your taint.
I'll just let you guys sign into my account. You'll take a 20% cut,
Awesome.
and we'll have a business deal.
Sick. Dude, we just
Jake's like, wait, I will do this.
We
yeah,
got
yeah.
into it.
For $20 a text,
I will-
Katie, you just
you have no idea the floodgates you opened. We are fucking terrible.
like we need jobs.
Yeah. And also we need money. We're doing a podcast right now.
But we shouldn't alert any of your followers that that's happening because if they found out it was us sending
True,
those
true.
texts,
That is the one thing that separates me. I haven't really outsourced it, and people do. But, you know.
well,
Bro,
when you're
if
ready.
yeah, you let me know. We will send you shit. God.
Any subscribers listening, this will never happen.
Yeah.
But, you
Wink.
know.
Wink and a nod, elbow
It's a good
to the
thing we
ribs.
have no followers. So.
It's true.
But
But if
We
you
will.
want to follow Katie,
Oh, yeah. At the Katie Thurston.
mm-hmm.
That's where you can find out all the things that I'm doing or not doing.
Mm-hmm.
fuck yeah.
Yeah.
And then do you have any shows coming up? Live shows
When
in
does this
San
when does this
Diego?
come out?
This will probably what do you think, man?
This will be out, I would say, in 2 weeks.
Okay, yeah.
What's
so
the date in 2 weeks?
2 weeks will be like November, the first week of November.
It'll be, I will tell you right now, I think we're aiming for November 6th.
November 6th.
We'll have just missed some shows that are in LA. But, you know, I always post on Instagram. So whenever you're hearing this episode, if you want to know, just DM me.
Yes. Next Going Live, one of our next Going Dutch live shows, Katie will be on again.
Yeah.
She's wonderful on the show, and
Thank you.
everyone it loves it when you come on, so it's always great to have you on the show. So go to Going Dutch Comedy on Instagram. Follow there for not only this podcast clips and updates and all the shit that we're doing, but updated live shows that we'll be doing around San Diego and possibly other places as we get that thing figured out, as we get progressing the show up towards other places. I'm very excited about that. You can also follow me at Kane Holloway on Instagram, and you can see all of my other live show dates at kaneholloway.com.
And you can follow me at The Real Barack Obama.
That's right.
And
Can you do a Barack Obama impression? Do Barack Obama doing Katie Thurston's dirty texting.
Oh.
okay. Hello. I would like for you to first lay your head down in the toilet. Open your mouth. And accept my golden piss straight down your gullet. That was pretty good,
That's
honestly.
pretty good.
That was my best impression I've ever done.
That was great.
Pretty good.
That was good.
That's wow. I didn't know you had a Obama.
I know, you had dirty text.
That is, yeah.
I just did yours.
Oh.
Oh man, that's so funny. All right, Katie. Before you go, will you do an impression for us of Jamie Lynn Spears discovering that she is pregnant?
Oh my God, that's so specific. Does she sound like Britney Spears?
Who's Jamie Lynn Spears?
The sister.
Oh,
It's way better at giving these. Kane, you can
Jamie Lynn Spears.
I'm like, I don't.
the star of
Can you-
Zoe
Oops,
101.
I did it again. I don't
Can
know.
you do the what's her name from Legally Blonde? The hot dog girl. Like, ooh, I want a hot
Oh
dog real
God,
bad.
that's okay. Yeah.
Can you do
I-
her?
I don't know if I can. I'll try.
Do her as Katie Thurston giving
Yes.
dirty sex to Jamie Lynn Spears, so then he can have his part in there. So you're dirty
Yes.
texting Jamie Lynn Spears.
Wow. God. I want to shit on your face real bad. I don't know, guys.
That was
That
great.
was great. I loved it.
That's so dumb.
That was great.
On that note.
Katie, do you want to give me one? 'Cause-
Okay, might as well. I want you to be Mario, dirty texting Yoshi.
Okay. Yoshi, it's me, Mario. I'm gonna put a fireball in your asshole. That's pretty good.
That was great.
All right, that's the show. Short Jake at Short Jake on Instagram. Don't
Yes.
forget about that. And subscribe to the show. Share it. Tell all your friends. We love you guys. Later.
Bye.
I have a
And so-
stomach. I call it Bill Clit. It's really super. Call it Clark Clit.
Clit Clint. Super Clit.
Santa Clit.
Clitty Claus.
Now it's coming to me.
Yeah.